The term metaverse gets thrown around a lot these days. Most people have no idea what the hell it actually means. Tons of projects claim they're a metaverse, but there are very few that are actually metaverses out there, and the Sandbox is #1 on my list. Today I'm going to show you some of the top brands that are coming into the Sandbox and building games and experiences that you need to know about, and now is a great time to get in on their NFTs before they explode. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. The Sandbox has been my #1 metaverse since pretty much the very first land sale. I got in with this project early. I'm proud to call myself a Sandbox ambassador. And the thing is, they've really done a great job understanding what the community wants in a building platform, in a platform where you can build your own experiences, very similar to Roblox, right? Think about Sandbox as the Roblox decentralized NFT alternative. And what they've done is they've really done a great job on bringing and curating in different brands that are high profile, that are going to be building really cool, fun experiences in their metaverse. Now, when we talk about the Sandbox here on the channel, you know that I get hyped about this, but if you love earning money and you love NFTs and you love gaming, subscribe to my YouTube channel here and smash that like button for me, guys. So when it comes to some of these bigger IPs and brands that the Sandbox is bringing in, there are some top ones that I wanted to share with you guys that maybe you didn't know about, maybe you did, but these are the ones that I'm keeping my eye on here for the future, because some of them have done a really great job on already building out their metaverse, and some of them are coming very soon with their experiences and their games that you'll be able to jump in and play. But a lot of them already have NFTs that have gone on sale, and now's a great time to be able to swoop them up before some of these experiences launch and the price for them goes through the roof. These are being slept on. And I think that, when you talk about some of these experiences, some are coming soon and some are out there. The first one I want to put a spotlight on is NFTs that have just recently been announced, and an experience coming from Cheech and Chong, right? These guys are some of the classic stoners out there. They've done some really great, movies all throughout the last couple of decades. They are an iconic comedy duo that you just can't ignore, right? These guys are going to be bringing their cool counterculture to the Sandbox with their own experience that is going to incorporate things like vehicles, their characters, their psychedelic props, and obviously cannabis culture is going to be coming along with that, right? So there is going to be an upcoming land sale for around the Cheech and Chong lands, like we've seen with other partners that we'll talk about today. But when it comes down to getting on this drop, don't forget about it, right? Don't be just sitting on the couch getting that reefer madness going on. Dave's not here, man. He's in the metaverse. He's in the metaverse, man. So you guys got to make sure not to forget to jump in on this drop when it goes live. Now, the next one on my list here is near and dear to my heart. I'm a man from Long Beach, and so is DOGG, and he has definitely launched some of the biggest collections on the Sandbox so far. None other than Snoop Dogg himself. Snoop Dogg has been a pretty big pioneer in NFTs so far, getting into a bunch of different ecosystems, and the Sandbox has been one of the more successful ones. So he has already started beginning to build his actual metaverse experiences out. His first couple of drops were these early party and experience passes, that having these passes allowed you to get some extra special utility, right? So the party pass was one that allows you to get access to his very first metaverse concert and to parties at his own mansion inside of the metaverse. And then they have the actual special early access pass that'll allow you to get early access to his Snoopiverse, right? So his Snoopiverse is what he's building inside the Sandbox. And so he's done some NFTs already, and we've even actually gotten some free NFTs if you own some of those early access or party passes, which is pretty cool. So you can see he's got this vest and his special NFT blunt, and so you can use these for your avatar in the metaverse here in the Sandbox. So I think that's a pretty cool aspect. But on top of that, he's also done a very successful 10K avatar project called the Doggies, and these are Snoop lookalikes with a bunch of different flair, and they sold out. And they're actually one of the more high-priced NFTs out there that have sold for the Sandbox. But right now it's still a really great time to be able to get in on this drop, especially if you want to be able to use those inside of the Snoopiverse experience that he has. We got to see a little preview of that and his mansion in season 2 of the alpha that Sandbox just dropped here last month. I did a whole playthrough of his entire experience, so if you guys want to check that out, you can get a look at that here in the video above. I'll link that for you guys here so you can check out all the experience that you might have missed in alpha season 2. Now, if Snoop Dogg wasn't one of my faves, coming from the hailing from the city of Long Beach, you know how we do it. One of my favorites outside of that and in a comic world is The Walking Dead. When they announced that The Walking Dead was coming to the Sandbox, I almost lost it, guys. Like, lost a hand, lost my arms, you know, taking people out like walkers, taking people out like Rick's hand in general, and the rest of the cast of The Walking Dead are all going to be there inside of the Sandbox. They already did a big land sale surrounding the Walking Dead property where they're going to have their metaverse game experience. And with that sale came some rare NFTs that you could only get by buying property. Now, you can get those NFTs here on OpenSea. Things like a Rick character, Negan, Michonne, or get things like Negan's bat or Rick's hatchet, or even the cool RV, Dale's RV from the very first couple of seasons, and a couple other NFTs that kind of go along with this. So right now, there hasn't been a lot of detail on what the Sandbox is going to be working with when it comes to The Walking Dead and the game experience there, but we have seen some previews of that in Alpha Season 2 of what it's going to kind of look like, and so far it looks pretty amazing. So these things weren't as highly coveted as I would have thought they would have been, so now is a great time to go sweep that floor on OpenSea and grab some of these NFTs before they're gone, and you have walkers chasing you for those high prices because you just can't get in because the NFTs have blown up. Now, when it comes to, you know, building out the metaverse and bringing big IP brands and connecting brands with builders, Sandstorm does an amazing job with that, and it's a little bit of a different IP or brand that we're talking about. The rest of the other here in our video are more of like celebrities, VIPs, but Sandstorm is actually a brand that is helping to connect builders with different brands and building out a whole, you know, ecosystem and community where they're running competitions, they're doing meetups, and you know, people who are actually building and stuff like that, they're giving them a spotlight, right, and being able to showcase them on their own platform on the Sandstorm website. So they just completed a big round of funding to continue to further their NFT marketplace and what they're doing with their competitions and their meetups. This is a must look at brand, and they got a lot of really cool NFTs and things going on their platform. So when it comes to IPs and brands, I think Sandstorm is going to be big in the Sandbox. Now is the time to understand what they're doing and start getting on board with their community, because this will be the premier community in the Sandbox when this entire thing launches and we're out of kind of like an alpha state. So definitely go look at my friends over at Sandstorm and what they're doing there, because they are going to be huge. Now, last on my list, we can't forget, while they're bringing in a lot of really big brands you may know, you know, big things like that. Another one here that you may not have heard about is Deadmau5. Deadmau5 is going to be doing stuff inside the Sandbox as well. They haven't done a lot of information on exactly what he's going to be building. Dare I say live concerts? I mean, think about going to a Deadmau5 concert inside of the Sandbox on his own custom-built property. We've already seen Deadmau5 do some cool things like this in games already. Now, to see him doing something in his own property on the Sandbox, you know, metaverse, I think that just totally makes sense, and so I can't wait to see more of what they have going on there. Now, there are some Deadmau5 NFTs they've launched that, once again, kind of similar to The Walking Dead. You can only get them by buying property, and there are a few of them still on OpenSea Marketplace. Once again, these things are highly coveted and they're incredibly rare. I mean, there's just not that many out there. They didn't do 10K of these NFTs. So when these things go live and these experiences go live and that hype cycle comes back around these brands, these are where the NFTs are going to skyrocket in value, because everyone's going to want them because of the benefits they're going to give you. So make sure you guys check out Deadmau5 and his collection too. Now, an honorable mention here definitely goes to brands that are outside of, you know, being popular and being celebrities. And there's a ton of really great creators out there. We don't want to forget these creators as well. And so one of the ones that's been on my radar that is going to be dropping an NFT collection here pretty soon is called Mushroom Mania. I just love the concept of this game, and essentially you've been shrunken by an evil witch, and now you got to make your way through this mushroom forest in the metaverse, solving problems and puzzles to try and reverse the spell and get back to normal size. And so there's a whole plethora of really great builders out there that are doing cool independent games. In particular, you got to take a look at what is going already launched on the Sandbox marketplace. They have a bunch of really cool NFTs there, but a lot of NFTs have come from the Alpha 2 experience as well, so you get to play some of those experiences, and now you can go buy them on the Sandbox marketplace. In addition, I'm actually building my own Sandbox game that is going to be based on my character's Secret Agent Stash that you guys know and love from every Thursday live stream that I do, where we talk about, we go on missions and we talk about the best NFT games. I'm building a Sandbox game all around that, so you're going to be able to play as a secret agent, interact with Secret Agent Stash, and go on a mission with me together inside the Sandbox, where you'll be able to earn some cool NFTs if you can complete your mission on time. So I think there's you know, a lot of really great community things going on outside of these big brands that we already know. Also, big shout out to some big communities that are going to be doing stuff inside the Sandbox, like Bored Ape Yacht Club and my homies over at CyberKongs. Super bullish on what they're doing. I've already seen some previews of some of the CyberKong stuff, and it is must see and must play stuff once they launch it. So definitely don't leave out any of the community stuff here, because there's a lot of good things going on there as well. So getting in early there could even be incredibly bullish when it comes to some of the stuff that they're going to be building out here in the future. So those are some of the bigger brands and things I think are going to be hugely bullish here in the future for prices for their NFT and for what's going on in their metaverse. Make sure you guys jump in and check out what's going on with them, and don't forget to check out the NFT drop for Cheech and Chong coming soon. That's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.